What is right? What is wrong? What makes values truly superior? Imagine this: the most brilliant mind in history stands in front of the world and says, I have written the most effective philosophy, the perfect source for social excellence, one that will lift humanity from the depths of darkness to the heights of light. He says, my philosophy will eliminate oppression, injustice, and above all, it will ensure spiritual tranquility. What would the reaction of the world be? You'd see news articles everywhere dissecting every single word, trying to explain the implications of this new philosophy. What did he mean by social excellence? What are the values of this spiritual tranquility? This new philosophy would captivate the brightest minds across politics, theology, economics, social sciences. Now consider this. What if the entity presenting this perfect social constitution was not the most intelligent man in the world, but rather the creator of intellect and the Lord of the heavens and the earth, subhanahu wa ta'ala? You open the book of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and your eyes instantly fall on the second page, and you're enveloped by feelings of humility, curiosity, surrender. The verse reads, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is the book about which there is no doubt. In the world of literature, authors typically invite readers to find potential mistakes and offer feedback, acknowledging their incompleteness and inherent human deficiency in their work. But within the Quranic paradigm, there is no such thing as deficiency or incompleteness. That's because its source is not human, but rather divine. You continue your journey with this divine work, you encounter a verse that resonates deeply. Indeed, it is a mighty book. Falsehood cannot approach it from before it or from behind it. A revelation from the Lord who is wise and praiseworthy. It's a mighty book. Nothing compares to it in eloquence, superiority, guidance. Its arguments challenge and remain unchallenged, standing far above any attempt to distort or tamper with it. The Quran comes to complete and purify the inherent human deficiency. It doesn't ask the believer for permission before it pierces through the soul, captivating the mind and the senses, compelling the reader to surrender to the comprehensiveness of this divine constitution. You know, sometimes we think we have a choice to do or not to do. The Quran comes to challenge this notion. If you claim to believe, then the direct result of that belief should be surrender to the commands of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَن يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ. It is not for a believing man or a believing woman, when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter, that they should have a choice about it thereafter. The companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, graduates of this great school of prophethood, understood and implemented this principle. Let me give you an example. Much like many cultures today, wine and alcoholic drinks were a huge part of Arab heritage. Their love for wine was boundless, to the point where they wrote poems about its effects and their devotion to it. Had you told the Arabs to abandon alcohol before Islam came, it would have been laughed at, ridiculed. But history recorded the moment alcohol was prohibited in Medina. Not only did the companions immediately abstain from alcohol once the prohibition came, but it went far beyond that. The authentic narration mentions, فَجَرَتْ فِي سِكَكِ الْمَدِينَةِ. Alcoholic drinks were seen flowing through the streets of Medina. All wine stores were willingly spilled by the companions as a result of the divine commandment. This obedience and submission to Allah's command did not emerge from nowhere. Behind it were years of education, words, teachings by the Prophet ﷺ. The great companion, Zayd ibn Arqam, tells us that the Prophet ﷺ used to say about the Quran, the book of Allah is the rope of Allah. Whoever follows it is upon guidance, and whoever leaves it is upon misguidance. Let's shift the focus a bit. As you continue your journey with the Quran, you are struck by a verse. فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِي مَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُمْ ثُمَّ لَا يَجِدُوا فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَرَجًا مِمَّا قَضَيْتَ وَيُسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. But no, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, judge in all disputes between them, and find in themselves no resistance against your decisions and accept them with full submission. The Quran doesn't just ask you to surrender to it or to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam who conveys it. It asks you to make revelation the ultimate judge between you and your desires, between you and your friends, between you and your family, between society as a whole. Without making it the judge, there is no faith. Then comes the overarching statement that Revelation strongly affirms. The best of speech is the book of Allah, and the best of guidance is the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If what you're seeking is a comprehensive constitution and a source of illumination for the human mind and soul, then the last message to humanity has proven its superiority and perfection. كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور بإذن ربهم. A book which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that you might bring mankind out of darkness into the light by the permission of their Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala.